Sri Lanka was always a great example on public education. Their public education system was really an example for all of South Asia in terms of enrollment and in terms of literacy rates. What's the situation now?
So you're absolutely right that Sri Lanka has been a shining example for a long time. I think a combination of, unfortunately, the education sector not receiving the investment that it needs. So then the sector couldn't keep up with all of the sort of developments in education and learning. And as a consequence of that, children are still going to school, they're still sitting in school, but they're not learning as much. So we're finding that when children then graduate from school, they simply don't have the skills needed to enter the workforce. They're not very employable. In addition to that, we know that unfortunately they aren't acquiring the skills that they need and that they should get in school. So for example, 80% of children in grades 3 and 8 don't have the literacy and the mathematics skills that we would expect. And so that means they can't go on to enter the workforce, and Sri Lanka simply isn't able to compete with other countries that have, really experienced graduates.
And the economy has modernized, the needs of the economies have modernized. So what can you do about this? I mean, is it only about raising the funding that you put into the system, or there's other factors in play?
It's a good question, and I think raising the funding is certainly an important element of this, but we're really excited now at some of the ideas that the current government has, particularly in the form of education or curriculum reform. Mm-hmm. So bringing that curriculum that is incredibly outdated up to date, and that it also includes adding in a whole digital component, because of course computers and digital literacy are now critical to being effective in the 21st century. So that change and that direction that we see is really exciting as UNICEF for the future of children here in education in Sri Lanka.
So let's say if you had limited amount of funding to put in the education sector, and I guess this is also a question about your role, what UNICEF is doing, where would you focus the attention, and where is UNICEF focusing its support to the government?
So our support focuses and will increasingly focus in the younger years. Mm-hmm. So that means in primary school, we are convinced that if we can get kids to acquire the skills in primary school, they will go on to be more successful in secondary school and TVET. The other area that's really exciting in Sri Lanka now is the investment in preschools, because we know that kids who go to preschool will do much better in primary schools. So there's a new preschool curriculum that will soon be launched, a policy framework that will bring all of the preschools together. So our focus will very much be on supporting teacher training, the curriculum development and rollout, and very much partnering with the Ministry of Education for those.
Wonderful. And so, of course, Emma, we're celebrating this year the 80th year of the United Nations, and it's 70 years that Sri Lanka is a member of the United Nations, and you've devoted your life, your career, to children's rights and to expanding children's rights. What gives you hope, and what keeps you going?
It's a big question. I think, but maybe with a simple answer, I think it's the resilience of children. I think they can endure so many things, and they bounce back. They have that resilience. I think also increasingly seeing the energy and ideas that young children bring. If we listen to them, they often can put on the table the right ideas, but as adults we don't listen enough. So my energy comes from creating that space to help listen to young people.
That's wonderful and inspirational, not only I think for all of those listening to us, but also to me as a parent. So thank you so much.
Keep doing it.
Thank you very much, Emma.